Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video I'm gonna go over what I'm doing in mining today in December of 2024 using my ASICs, my GPUs and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go over real quick and basically best tracking, sort of saying like what's the best mining strategy for me. It starts from HashRate.no, and there is a bunch of other one, what to mine and the similar stuff that you can check your GPUs, ASICs and stuff like that. I like kind of HashRate.no. It has all this kind of breakdown here on the side where it's easy to check your specific GPU, specific ASIC, kind of ready to go. And what I like to see here is actually showing pretty well, pretty close to accurate, all these reports. Once you put your cost for power cost, your profit is that's what I'm looking for, this number. Basically, the very last number is the profit. And when I search, usually I select by profit 24 hours. So now let's look at most profitable today. It's obviously script mining, all the ASICs like the Bitman Antminer S21E XP Hydro. I don't know if anyone uses this. Well, actually it doesn't show that at best. I don't know why it's on top of the list, but Alphapex DG1 Hydro, it's pretty much new. I have the DG1, regular DG1. It's probably here down the list, $21 a day, but there are a bunch of them making close to $40 a day, and obviously AL1 here in the list, but DG1 is right after AL3. So the AL3 being on sale, and they basically sold out on iceriver website, so it's probably gonna be resold for higher price, because that's one of the not many of the profitable ASICs, right? And so my so we'll check my iceriver ASICs, right? So just type ice here and you see all the iceriver showed up here. So all the old stuff is not profitable. The K0 Pro, K0 Ultra, RX0 is kind of breaking even, so I can keep those running. They making 22 cents, so kind of buying the RX Radiant coin for on sale price. So you just kind of getting that cheaper if you into Radiant coin. And then you have the iceriver KS1 not profitable. AL0 makes 56 cents. So if you in the lithium, you want to grab some of those coins. So that's how you can get the little bags of the lithium with the cheaper price by mining it. Otherwise, if it's negative here, it's basically better buy coin than mine with this ASICs, like especially for my KS3L, KS3M. They're all shut off, so I couldn't sell them on time, and actually sold it, and the shipping company screwed up and didn't deliver it and returned it to me. It was ridiculous. Anyways, they lost it, my KS3L miners, or KS3M, I mean. Anyways, KS3 also negative, that I couldn't sell on time, and then KS5L already negative. Even KS5M is negative. There's no profit mining Cedra or Caspa right now, so it's pretty much like in the negative part because of the Caspa price dropped into under 12 cents, so you almost went to 11 or even 10.5 cents recently. Anyways, so that's my stuff on the ASICs. I have another one like a Cadena Miner KA3. Let's see. So this one is actually became profitable. It was not profitable for a little while. Over 3 months, I had it basically shut off. I didn't mine anything on this miner, right? So, and then I have the Digimon, so we saw that. That's probably most profitable out of the ASICs I have. And I have also the CK light that it's negative, so it's not profitable. What else? So that's how you check your miners here. That's how you could determine. So now, what do I do if I have extra power? I would rather, if you're like planning that thing and like you are trying to invest the amount of power you put in this asics and you have available power and you're not using, so you still can invest in some of these coins that you believe, but instead of mining it, you can buy it for less than electrical cost. So that makes more sense. All right, going with GPU. On the GPU side, like my 3080s are not profitable. It's -6 cents, but I'm running it at the cheaper, lower rate, so it's kind of works out for me. All the 3070s and 3060s I have in my farm, so that's majority of my GPUs, right? So when I check this and I look at this newer coin like Zana, Telestai, I tried Telestai, kind of I don't like it much, and it fluctuates a lot, so it was like profitable and then not, so it's going negative like at this specific moment. Zana using a lot more power, that's why I don't like that, but if I choose between those, I would go to Aleo or Zealous. Zealous is like, you know, makes more sense in Aleo than any other coin. Even Meocoin is does not make sense here. Anyways, there's a bunch of other coins and algorithms you can mine, like ProgramData, that it's still profitable using a lot less power. So you could set it up for a lot less power usage if you're out of power. So there's some calculations you have to do in order to get your most reasonable or most efficient way on in the mining today, because you got to be really careful what you can do with those. If you're making 3 cents versus running less, maybe GPUs, and make a little bit more with Zealous or Aleo, which is actually pretty close at that 24-hour rate at the ProgDAC, which kind of weird. And then Flux actually using a little bit more power, and Conflux, it's, you know, one of those the power hungry algorithms. So that's what I'm not switching there yet. I mean, it probably makes more sense just buy the coin if you believe in the projects. Now and similar to 3060 Ti, that's my other wait a second, I think I'm in the coin. Okay, let's do 3060 Ti here, and we see that they're pretty much not profitable right now. You could do Meocoin, or, well, actually you could do pretty well with Aleo or Ergo. Ergo is kind of looking pretty good for 3060 Ti because using a lot less power. So there's something can be set here and offset. All my farm currently is on Aleo. I'm just trying to just kind of get this coin, grab on that coin, pretty good amount, nice back, and then, you know, just figure it out from there. So when I'm looking at the Aleo is the, I am signing out, so yeah, I'll have to re-sign on there. Okay, so all right, so that's what I have on my farm. Everything on the Leo. Only my on Meocoin. Currently, I am kind of testing out this Meocoin algorithm, or whatever it is. Just kind of trying to run on my CMP cards. Is that the CMP cards here? Yeah. It's 2 of the cards that I recently bought, and a CMP 100-10. And looks like it's supposed to be more profitable for, where's those 10 CMP cards? Not even here. All right, there. So yeah, it shows Meocoin on top of the list, but I'm not sure if I'm getting even this 20 cents. it's pretty hard to get on the smaller rig because you have other more power use for other stuff just besides the GPU. So you have to calculate when you have your rig set up. Your power is just includes typically your GPU, so you have to add those calculation into your farm because you're using maybe fans, extra fans to cool down the space, or your rig itself, like your motherboard, your power PSU are using some percentage of that power. So it's not just like, so when you're using basically hash rate.no, what I'm trying to say is you gotta pay attention to not just your per card usage, but also what do you have in terms of like how for the efficiency, because it shows 196 watt. I didn't set to the top of that. Actually, I'm using only 100 and so 48 mega hash. Actually, it shows 48 mega hash at 196 watts. I think I set up to 166 watts, so I'm not, it's like 30 watts lower per card, but the whole rig is probably close to 450, I think, rig number 15. Let me actually go and check the power consumption of this rig on my have a power meter set up there, so I'm gonna go there real quick and see what's the actual usage at the wall on rig 15 here. Yeah, I have 500 watts, 514 watts, so it's even more. So realistically, I'm using 250 watt per card just because of the, look at the fans are running the high RPM 80 just to cool down these cards, even though it's pretty cold outside. So the cool air is coming in with the fans. So there's a lot of power usage here on this specific rig because they kind of run pretty hot. So I may need to do a slight adjustments maybe on my instead of running like 63 temperature, maybe I can put like up to 68, and we'll see if that affects the hash rate and how well they're going to perform with the higher temperature and the lower fan speeds, and if that's going to reduce my power consumption. So that's where you have to trigger with that a little when you have so little room, like for the efficiency versus the power usage and stuff, when you, especially when the higher rate, when your electrical cost is a lot higher, right? So that's where I am, and basically when I'm doing my shit, I kind of go over and see once I have like this negative stuff, like my solar port is not worrying me as much because it's just on mainly on solar, even though in the winter now I don't get the full solar when it's rainy days here now in Sacramento. But the other rigs I have to consider, like the ultras, not profitable, it's all in the negative. My KS0 Pro definitely not negative, it's not profitable, so I have to get rid of and free some power here because it's, I can use for better use that power, right? And same for even KS5M. I had to shut all the other Caspa miners at this time. Totally not profitable. So if Caspa goes over probably 15-16 cents, I can turn back some of them on and just kind of watch if it makes sense. But at this point, it's probably, it will not make sense because I can buy more Caspa versus 65 Caspa and paying $1.79 extra every day to mine this amount of coins. So anyway, so that's where I am with my mining GPU and ASICs, right? So leave comments down below what you're doing with your GPU mining right now. Kind of interesting to see, and with your ASICs, I'm kind of switching down, so I kind of reducing my power bill a little bit, just because not the my Caspa ASICs just down, and I don't have nothing else. I had actually recently the Just miners were profitable too, so I'm running some Just miners X16Q Pro X16, It's not huge, but it does a little bit of extra of Ethereum Classic at this point. I'm not running on Jan or what that coin is. Tether. So the Tether is actually a lot more profitable. Not a lot more, but about maybe 15-20 cents. But I'd like to stick with the Ethereum Classic. For me, it seems to have a little bit better. If I collect more of these on the bull run, if we're gonna see in the next couple of months, we may see a little bit better result with the Ethereum Classic. That's just my, not financial advice, that's just my kind of goal there, right? So, and what else there beside the JAS? I have E9 Pro. So E9 Pros was recently a little bit more profitable. What am I doing right there? E9, right? So, but currently they're not profitable again, so I had to shut them down. So they were but doing like about $1 a day when Ethereum Classic went to about $33, $34, right? So now it dropped back to $27. So you could see it's not really profitable to run them. Anyways, I guess at this point I will just have to see and kind of watch the price of Ethereum Classic and see if I want to collect more, or I could just buy more at that rate because it will be a lot cheaper for me to buy it than mine it. All right, so that's how I kind of determine where to switch the farm. Now, going to Salad. All right, so with the Salad, I think it's still a pretty good way to utilize my 3080s, 3090 and 3080s card, because there's no way I could make on any of the GPU mining compared to what it does, even though it doesn't do really high on the Salad. Like right now, it's kind of keeping me not where I should be. I was hoping to get to the $10 mark, but at the same time, it does not use as much power. So anytime it's not mining, it's not consuming as much electricity. So it's not like mining. So if it's not working, chopping the job, not working the job on the Salad, it's pretty much just doing using less electricity. So I should be around this mark of 10. That's my goal, $10 a day. But yeah, definitely kind of goes up and down. There's recent update to 1.76 and 1.75 that I did, but there is no much improvements. I guess there's no big demand on my, possibly on 3080s cards. WordDoc is not worth it for my hardware, even though I have 3080. You can do even better with 3060 card on WordDoc if you have a great processor. So it's really depends what type of hardware you have there. Since I have all of this, I didn't need to purchase any of that stuff. Really, I just had to buy few RAM sticks, which probably spent $200, and that's already ROI pretty long time ago, right? So really, I think it's the just best way for me to utilize my 3080s and the motherboards, hardware, CPUs that I had from mining before that I didn't sell. Anyways, so that's my rigs. Can show you my 3090 real quick. What is it doing there? And this is 4070 Ti, 3080 Ti, and then all the rest of them 3080s cards. All right, so let's go in there. So this is my 3090. Let's see if it's running the job. I can just basically click here right there and we'll see this actively running the job right now, but it's only using 8 GB of memory, no GPU. So to me, this active job is not really a great pay job. The way to check again, you go to PowerShell and just basically copy and paste this command here. So I'm gonna Control A to select all, copy, and then we go here and paste it there. Yeah, it shows that I 16.53. That's weird. That shows $3.62 job, which is the pretty high pay job, but I don't see the hardware due. So possibly it's just maybe finished or re-downloading the file or something like that, but it shows that actively running the job. So I'm gonna leave it alone in the next hour. Here the next hour pay, that's weird. Now it's showing like 0. Yeah, a lot less than it shows here. 362 a day job, so it should be about 30 cents an hour. Yeah, there's definitely something different. Oh, I didn't see that. That's probably came with 1.76 update. The per hour rates, that's interesting. Let's see if we have it here. Showing similar way. Oh yeah, look at that. From 4 cents to 10 cents on my 30. Let's see what it shows. $262 job. Okay. Yeah, so this looks like using 56 gigabyte on my RAM, and it's 4070 Ti. So yeah, that's cool actually to see that new update showing their estimation per hour on right there in your application there. All right, so that's basically where I am. That's how I determined what to do with the cards. Now also on the other hand, there's a little bit more that I'm trying to prepare to the end of the year. So I use the Coinly app, which I really love. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm not gonna show you all my accounts. I'm just gonna go to dashboard and quickly just kind of scan through that and show you what I'm doing. I'm actually going to this ROI part, and then I'm going to that I need to harvest my losses, right? So what it helps me to reduce my tax basically to the end of the year. So I just recently sold a lot of Caspa. So by selling Caspa allows me, so I can still reduce to another 6,000 at this point, but I didn't just sell, I converted to other coins. That because there was a huge drop on the other coins just in the last couple days after the new interest rate announcement in probably on 21st, I don't know, December, something like that. Anyways, the crypto kind of backed down. Even the Bitcoin dropped to like 94,000, which is not a huge drop, but it's probably more than 15%. And on the rest of the crypto kind of reacted pretty badly. So I just I have a lot of this coin. You could see in the negative where I can see some of them with just really small amounts. It doesn't make sense like to sell, make $100 loss. It's probably not worth it to do those kind of transactions. What I'm trying to get like a large amounts, and if I like can collect the negatives like $1,000, 6,000 and stuff like that to reduce my income there on especially where I have after trading, you know, like some of that not financial advice, but what you could do is you could harvest your losses just to reduce your overall taxes, right? If you have income from the trading and you have some gains, if you have gains, you can offset your gains. If you don't have gains, don't sell your losses, because sometimes you can over more than 3,000 or 2,500 reduce your income in the year. All right, so just be careful with that. Consult with your accountant. So that's pretty much it, I guess. That's what I was gonna cover on my site here. Let's see, my KS5M probably need to be shut down. I just don't wanna. Let's start kind of going to 15 terahash back. I had an issue with one board that it was dropping to 9, so I don't know if I shut it down, probably will go back again. So I'm kind of waiting if the Caspa gonna wake up in the next. Kind of okay to take a little bit of losses, like $1 a day, not too big of a deal. And sometimes you just watch the Caspa FYI, and on the Caspalytics there you can see this every day, like you can update and see if there's a transaction spike. So every time you have the spikes like going to 400,000 or 500,000 in our transactions, that's where we get an extra pay that covers a little bit more of that cost, so you get more Caspa than it's just scheduled, right? So that's a cool part on that thing, because it will show you like, okay, coins per day 61, but because of this extra transactions here, you can potentially get an extra maybe 10 Caspa or something like that on those asics, which is nice. Sometimes you can get even more if there's a lot of the large transactions. So right now it's nothing much going on, under 50k, so per hour, 50,000 transactions, so kind of low right now. And if we see on the Caspa, it's only like 4 or 5 transactions per second. Sometimes it goes like really high here, like up to 100 transactions per second, 200 per second. You know, the spikes like that, it will make your greater rewards. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's kind of quick update. I wanna just show you what's going on here in December for me in my farm. So that's my strategy, kind of tax preparation season and stuff like that before the year end. Once we have 5 more days, I kind of have to figure, and then after that it's gonna be to the next, all the tax transactions, all the gonna go to the next year. So that's where I'm trying to prepare and like get my whatever I sold before with the profits, just offset it now, and then for the next year I can buy it back after a month, or just convert to different coins. Alright, so that's it for this video. I hope you have a good day and new year pretty soon, and we'll see you on the next video. Click the like button, subscribe to my channel. See you all. Bye.